Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's Video Blog. We are Tuesday, August the 30th, 2016 and actually we're Wednesday morning, it's like 7:30 a.m. and what the fuck is my dog chewing on? I don't know. I haven't watched Smackdown because my internal clock is all kinds of fucked up from waking up at past midnight the other day, which is yesterday. Today I woke up at um, quarter to 1 a.m., which isn't really good. So I was like, well, there is no way in hell that I'll be ready, for SmackDown. So I just decided that fuck it, I will sleep through SmackDown, and it's pretty much what I did. Slept until 4:15 in the morning. So yeah, let's talk a bit about Raw. So Raw wasn't really good. I mean, they decided to continue the Titus O'Neil versus Darren Young rivalry because, okay, sure. I mean, Darren Young won, and then Titus O'Neil came from the back and assaulted Darren Young and Bob Backlund. Why? I don't know. They decided to put Dana Brooke with the club in the green screen. They decided to work in the retirement industry for a company called Old Fart. That's the acronym. And Dana Brooke is the nurse, and that looked very much like porn. And on the other hand, Bailey was having fun with the New Day, and the New Day took a chant that most of the fans hate about. It's a chant that's been invented by Full Sail, by parodying a chant that the New Day wanted to get over. Hey, we want some New Day. And Full Sail took it and made it, hey, we want some Bailey. And most fans hated it, and now the New Day embraced it. Ha! And she had a little bit of banter with Dana Brooke Bailey, while having all kinds of fun with the New Day. And during the match, she even did a drop kick in the corner to, I think it was Carl Anderson, or maybe it was Luke Gallows. So yeah, great treatment for the number one contenders to your title, guys. Ooh. So a New Day and Bailey won the match against Dana Brooke and the club. I think that it's even Bailey who had the pin. Why not? Sami Zayn won against Jinder Mahal. I mean, Jinder Mahal seems to have gotten the short end of the deal by winning the contract for Raw, because now he's a jobber. Chris Jericho, he had a match against Neville. Pretty good match actually. I'm not gonna say too much about it. It was a great match between two great workers. Chris Jericho is probably one in my top 10 wrestlers for the year. He's made a return. That everyone thought is going to be like every other return, where he puts someone over and goes back to touring with Fozzy. But no, he made people get over by teaming up with them, and then he's won matches on his own. He's extremely entertaining, and it's just kind of a revenge match for Neville, because if you remember, Neville missed WrestleMania by getting injured in a match against Chris Jericho. Now Neville injured himself. Jericho isn't really responsible for that injury, but it's just good storytelling, I guess. Anyway, is there anything else to talk about? Nia Jax fought against another jobber. She won, yeah, and she does that, the shifty eyes, like, yeah, look at me, I'm not like every other girl, that sort of thing. And I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, seeing her dominating on NXT against even sometimes the top women, Bailey, Asuka, and now she's squashing uh, jobbers, local performers. That's sure, why not? Same goes for Braun Strowman, but Braun Strowman is another case because he never actually debuted on NXT TV. So the first time most of us saw him was a part of the Exotic Express. You know, the guys who cruised with Adam Rose, and then he left for a while, and then he was part of the Wyatt family when he was big, strong dude. And now he fought a guy who luchador whose name was Americo, and then he, disrespected him by pulling his mask off, and that's okay, sure. So the main attraction of the night was the subject of the first and the last segments of Raw. The opening segment being, an interview led by Corey Graves, great choice, with all four contenders for the Universal title. So Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Big Cass, and Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins opened by saying that he was the architect and he had a vision and he's going to be the new champion. Little bit later in the night, Stephanie McMahon insisted on saying that it was going to be the first ever Universal Champion. Like, no, stop it, Steph. It's the second. What about Finn Balor? Yeah, sure, why not? Yes, the whole segment that she had with Paul Heyman was strange. I don't know what to make of it. Like, Paul Heyman came out and started paying the Brock Lesnar's fine in ones, and Stephanie McMahon said, yeah, Brock Lesnar adds lots of value. What do you bring? Like, are you sure about that? I mean, Paul Heyman is probably one of the only talkers that can make me sit through one of your way too present talking segments. Just. I mean, of course, he's not going to, to bring up the buys for pay-per-view, and probably the only thing he brings from the crowd are ECW chants at that Stephanie answered with yeah, I bought it. Yeah, let us remind, just please don't remind us of the invasion. Oh god. And then Houston answered with CM Punk chants, and then she just ignored that because okay, sure. And then she made him apologize, and Paul Heyman apologized, and then she walked back and he had a smirk, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Anyway, so back to the opening segment. Very good, very good opening segment with Seth, saying that he doesn't need time to, speaking time, so he will let it to other people, namely Kevin Owens, who started to rip into pretty much everyone, especially Roman Reigns and Big Cass. Big Cass said that he was the biggest dog, and Kevin Owens said, hey, that's your thing, to Roman Reigns. And Kevin Owens is just so entertaining. He's probably in the ring one of the best workers, and when he has a microphone, he's also one of the best workers. So he's pretty much the full package. Oh, sun in my eyes. So yeah. And then it started going to shit at the end. Everyone fought against each other, and yeah, this is just, hey, now let's separate everyone, and we'll see at the end of the evening. Sure, why not? But it was a very entertaining thing. The most speaking thing about the match was probably throughout the show, where they aired vignettes for to make everyone speak about their journey to this opportunity that pretty much is an opportunity of a lifetime. Kevin Owens talked about his time in the Indies and being a father, and being on NXT and being the champ and all that, which is a good thing. It just feels so long ago that he was the prize hunter, and you need to get him back on track with that. Because they sold me Big Cass on his journey from NXT to his debut on Raw in April, and his path until now. It really sold me on that. And then there was Seth Rollins, of course, reclaim, redesign, rebuild, all that, being the architect, and being the one who was nearly going to be the champion anyway. And then Roman Reigns said nothing during his vignette, except at the very end where he said that he's going to be the champion, believe that, or something in something like that. Just how can you relate to Roman Reigns when he doesn't, when they don't try to make him be relatable? It's just silly, really. So yeah. Then came the actual match, very good match. Big Cass. He's ready to hang with the best. He's not over on his own. That's the only thing. He still heavily relies on Enzo Amore, but when during the presentation, he is the one to have gotten the unanimous face pop, which is always good. It creates a superstar when a crowd treats you like a superstar. Every other guy except for Roman Reigns had mixed positive and negative reactions. Roman Reigns was more negative than positive. So yeah, the match. So Big Cass was eliminated the first. That's kind of a bummer, but then again, if anyone else had been eliminated first, probably would have brought them down. So yeah, because it shows that he still has work to do, but he's almost there. He's almost main event caliber. Then it started to be going pretty well. Stephanie and Mick were at ringside, so it felt pretty awkward, because usually when it's like that, it's because they have they're sitting besides the commentating table, but the announcer's table, it's at the top of the ramp, so it just felt a bit awkward. Could have gone the Breezango way with the cordon. Would have been pretty great, actually, thinking about it. So yeah, Kevin Owens made a little homage to Mick Foley by dropping an elbow from the apron and doing the bang bang. That was fun, because he's got just this thing. He feels the psychology of the match. He feels the flow of the match. He knows when to mock his opponent, when to address the people that are ringside. It's just amazing ring awareness. Yeah, what else? So yeah, big thing. Triple H came out. Was like, okay, sure. So Rollins has won. Made a pedigree on Roman Reigns. Put him into a ring. Rollins made the cover. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is out. So now it's down to Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, and everyone is like, he's going to put Roman Reigns to put Owens in the ring, which he did, and then he's going to pedigree him, and he's going to make Rollins win, and it's going to be awful because it's the return of the Authority. But then something great happened. I marked out so much. He actually kicked Rollins, made pedigreed him, and told told Owens to pin Rollins, and I'm like, oh god, it's not Triple H. It's not the Triple H from the Authority. It's Triple H from NXT. Kevin Owens is the new Universal Champion. He deserves it so much. Even the crowd knows that, because they chant him, "You deserve it," for the whole last minutes of the match. And it's just the biggest markout moment, for a championship match since, I would guess, SummerSlam 2013, when Daniel Bryan became WWE champion once again, with kind of the help, of Triple H, despite the fact that Triple H then stepped in the back and said, "Haha, no, it's actually going to be Randy." So yeah, Raw is still not there, but it's getting there. It's a good thing that they finally pulled the trigger on Kevin Owens, and Rock Sky, they put it on the top of the company. I hope that he's going to have a feud with Sami Zayn. It's going to be an interesting dynamic with Jericho, and Rollins probably turning face. That's the greatest thing ever, because Rollins is a very natural face, and I think that people who watch only the main roster need to realize that. So yeah, I'm probably running out of space, so thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh god, when am I going to watch Smackdown? Need to answer a mail to my professor, because I have to do the second exam. It's going to be a long day.